I just wanted to take a second to show you what my desk looks like during the day. Since I usually film at the end of the day, you don't get to see this. But papers to sort for tomorrow, things to finish grading, manuals, to-do lists, more things to sort, spelling test to grade, leftover spelling test, assignment for right now, teacher iPad, stuff all over right there. And that's not all. That's my desk. Oh, but look. More piles. I just wanted you to know that the organization you see is not normal. I clean up before I film. Things I'm grateful for right now. Number 1, it's Friday. That's awesome. Number 2, I'm wearing jeans. And number 3, when my grandparents returned my charger to me, there was a pair of clean socks in the bag, which are not mine, but I accidentally brought them to school, so now I can take my shoes off and walk around my room without shoes. Maybe some of you think that's gross, but if I have socks on, I feel safe. Anyway, so it's Friday, like I mentioned, because I'm super excited about that. I want to show you what a semi-typical Friday afternoon looks like at school, what I do. The only thing that's not going to be typical is I started guided reading this week, and this disaster right here is not going to cut it. So I'm going to be reorganizing that space back there to hold all my guided reading books and stuff for my guided reading groups. Everything else, like cleaning that disaster up and redoing the focus wall and the schedule up front right there and all that stuff, that's typical Friday. So I'm just gonna let you see what I do. Do you see this? Do you even see this mess? I am like, yeah, I do not want to get started on this disaster, this pile. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the best part of the end of every day, guys. Here we go. I 100% forgot I was showing you what I do on Friday nights because, anyway, my brain's everywhere, but I already went and did the focus wall, so let me show you what it looks like. So I switched out my focus wall. Sometimes I write the words, sometimes I just put, like, for phonics and grammar this week, I just put the symbols. So we use a program called Wonders. If you use the same program and you have not checked out this amazing website called The Teacher's Guide, she has so much stuff on there that you can use for Wonders. That's where I see the summary of my week. So like this is this week's one. It tells me what stories we're going to be reading, what all the skills are, what the phonics is. She makes a spelling list. There's the vocabulary, the high frequency words, and the vocabulary words that are going to show up in the read aloud. It's all on there. And then she has worksheets and quizzes and review pages and games to go with everything in that week. So if you haven't checked out the Teacher's Guide, check it out. That's where I get my summary from, so I don't have to like look through the whole confusing teacher book to fill out my focus wall. So the focus wall is filled out, the sound cards are up, this back part of the room is ready. I did finally finish cleaning up my mess of guided reading here. I also checked off their homework. I just go through and check that they turned it in and kind of give it a glance over because honestly I don't have time to grade it all. And then I need to get 3 more bins right here so I can have a bin for each of my 6 guided reading groups. I moved these tables back here to hold what was initially in the bins, and I made a spot to put my home reader bin on that shelf so that the kids don't have it just sitting out here on the floor. So we'll pull it out when we need it and put it back away when we're done. So I took care of that, and I took care of the mess on my desk and then made a new one. So every week we do differentiated spelling lists. So I just need to go through and see who's going to be on which spelling list. These are their morning work packets, so I put one on each desk, and then this is the homework, which they'll pack up in their folder as well. Okay, maybe I shouldn't try and film a after school thing because I've been working for a while now and I literally keep forgetting that I'm filming currently. I remembered that I'm supposed to put up our high frequency words on my word wall. So I am loving being able to write them up, by the way. I know I was a little stressed about that, wondering if I would hate my handwriting. I don't look at it enough to be bothered by the handwriting, but I love that I can just write these words up. It takes so much less time and it's pretty great. So I'll show you for these last 2 words how that works. So I just look at my list of high frequency words right there and then find the letter that they go under. So like my last 2 were C and sound. So then I just come over here. Yep, not my best writing. And write those down on the high frequency word wall. And there's a couple like school and summer. Those weren't high frequency words. We were just writing stories about our summer, and so I thought those might be helpful. Anyway, so that's been super nice to put those up. The other thing I just did is I switched out my class jobs. I was debating, whether or not to do it. You probably saw that in the last video. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to give them a full 4 weeks of doing it. But I got asked again today by several kids when I was switching jobs. So I decided to go ahead and do it. I didn't do it in any order. I didn't move like the group that was there to here. I kind of just shuffled them to kind of make it a little bit more exciting. And then on Monday, what I'm going to do is about 10 minutes before the day ends, I'm going to have like the kids who are here on playground patrol. They are now over here in utility unit. So they're going to train the kids who are on that one, like let them know, hey, this is how you do it. And the biggest reason for that is just that, like, I don't know the ins and outs of the jobs because I haven't been doing them all week, but they've been getting done really, really well. And so obviously the group who's doing them has figured out some sort of like way to do that. And so I'm going to have them show the new group, check that off my list, how to do those jobs. All right, guys, good news. I kept my schedule. I am leaving right at 6 o'clock, just like I intended to. I have a shopping list that I need to go take care of really fast, but I am basically good to go for next week. I'm gonna make a pit stop at Walmart, Dollar Tree, the library, and then I still need to plan what exactly I'm doing for math. I have like the gist of it figured out, but I need to just make sure I'm like hammering down the specific details. But my voice is coming back. I'm feeling on top of things, finally 3 weeks into school, starting to feel on top of stuff. And I even have an idea for what I can have parent volunteers do. And last but not least, I have a bag of plums, which a student brought to me. So, happy Friday to you. I hope that your Fridays run a little bit more smoothly than mine just did. You're a little bit more productive, but I'm sure you do some of the similar things. Anyway, I'm trying to think if I have any really good student stories to tell you today, and I don't think I do. It's just a pretty average day. Anyway, I will talk to you again in my next video. See ya.